Hi, I'm Beck from Smith and Wellness. For those of you who don't know my approach to work, I'm basically like a personal trainer for the mind. So I teach people a skill set that they need around making themselves mentally fitter. I don't do the work for them, but I give them the tools that they need. So last year in 2020, I noticed that there was a big shift in the way that we see psychological well-being and the way that we approach mental health. And that was fantastic. However, it was continuing in a tradition that we seem to have had across society, which was to be very reactive toward mental health concerns. I would really love to see us shift in 2021 toward being more preventive in our thinking and actually start to take on a more proactive approach about looking after ourselves. If you will, topping up our internal fuel tank and resourcing ourselves so that instead of waiting for crisis to occur before we actually do something for ourselves, doing those things earlier to make sure that we are resourced for when the crap is hitting the fan. We know that the world has turned topsy-turvy and that challenges have not necessarily ended just because a new year has ticked over. So I think it's really important to learn our lesson from 2020 to not wait until we are in crisis to start looking after ourselves. Something else that I'm going to be focusing on personally this year is shifting my mindset from needs to wants. And this is not something that comes necessarily easily for me because I have tended to default in my life to looking after other people and to just mainly making sure that I've got what I need, but I'm not asking for too much. However, after really looking quite carefully at are my needs being met in 2020, this year I'm starting to turn my attention to asking, what do I want? And what I want is often in service of other people. So I'm letting go of that guilt around asking for something that I would like, and I'm starting to step into that zone of going, this is actually what I really desire for this year. So I'd like to encourage you to start to ask yourself some questions around what do you want from this year and how can you be looking after yourself this year in a preventive and proactive kind of way. Maybe some of those strategies are things that you can find in the resources page on the Smith and Wellness website. So if you go to www.smithandwellness.com, go to the resources page and see if there's something there that you can find useful. I'm working on an ebook at the moment, so do keep an eye out. And if there's anything that you stumble across within those resources that you find interesting, useful, or that you'd like to find out more about, feel free to comment below and I'm happy to shape some of my videos this year to address what you need and what you want as well. That's Beck for now, signing out, and I'll talk to you again soon.